Hello everybody, it's WJ here and welcome back to the Salamander Arena in Heimstadt. Today we finish the detailing of the stadium grounds, starting with this LED information board by Ming Dang. But instead of putting it over the highways, I use it as a scoreboard. The nice thing with these info boards is that when you turn them into a PO, you can put your own text on them. With the right color settings, it looks like it's lighting up. And of course, SC Eintracht Heimstadt is leading with 1-0 over the visitors, or Gäste in German. When the scoreboard is finished and hangs from the roof, we can continue with some overviews, where I show you how the area develops over time. Again, I had over an hour of sped up footage, and seeing it all, I found it to be a bit boring. So, instead of showing you how I place down every single prop and building, I just move around and show everything in little steps, with some time lapses in between of things that I thought would be interesting. Here I place a key with some bushes in front of it to overcome the height difference. Then I filled the parking lot roads with a lot of parking places, and some crossings so people can get to the stadium. A road is needed for the players and the visiting team to get to the backside of the stadium. And then a bunch of pedestrian paths to connect the roads to the several entrances of the stadium. Between the stadium grounds and the highway, I place a lot of trees for now. In the future, the highway will be moved back a little to make room for several highway entrances, exits, slip roads, etc., as well as the railroads that at the moment are under the stadium. But now we go over to the front of the stadium because I wanted to add a couple of signs with a team logo up there. Of course, with a PO cube with a custom texture. I had to change the image a couple of times to get the colors to match. Oh, and when you scale a PO down like this, remember to set the texture UV mode to scaling as well. Lately, I have been quite busy in my personal life, and as these videos take quite some time to make, I wasn't able to upload a video every week as I did before. I hope in the coming weeks I can go back to my regular schedule. And I need to get back to my Dutch series as well, because the North needs some serious love after being neglected for a month. Apart from that, sadly, I also didn't find the time and energy to do a live stream. I didn't really have the inspiration for the city I started during my first stream as well. But I have some ideas for both Heimstadt and the North, so maybe I can just stream from there and turn those streams into videos for the series later on. But back to the build. On the extruding part, I decided to cover the windows with a large banner with the typical double green stripe of the home kit. And the name of the team, of course. I tried to get the width roughly the same as the small roof above the entrance. It's difficult to get the parts of the banner exactly where I want them, but that small white pinstripe actually helps to see if they line up well. I copy them to the other places where I want the banner, and on the far left I also include the team logo with the wolf of Heimstadt. Now, over to the side entrance. I place some planters next to it. Then small bushes against the building and large bushes in the middle, keeping the rest a bit more open. In front of the doors, some fences to create 4 gates and a roof over the door. From the top view, you can see how I copied this setup all around the stadium. front of the main entrance I create 3 large planters, and I wanted the logo of the club in colored bushes there. So I place a PO cube with the logo just above the planter, so I have a preview to color in. It's like I'm back at elementary school. I'm sorry for all the dirt flying around, obscuring the view. I know there is a mod to disable that, but of course I haven't installed that one. Apparently 111 mods are still not enough. First, I thought of making the logo with dark blue and green bushes to somewhat represent the original colors of the logo. Up close, it looks just fine. But the difference between the green and the blue bushes is too small. So, from a little distance, you can't really make out the logo. After I outlined the shield with some yellowish bushes, I replaced the green ones with white bushes. Et voila! There's the Wolf of Heimstadt. Then an orange outline and a few trees on the side. In the end, we have the logo on the left and the right side, and in the middle the flag of Heimstadt. Now, over to this empty triangle. I place a fan shop here, with a little restaurant on the side and the club logo above the doors. Then we move over to the right side, where I place a gate and fences. Only players and personnel are allowed here. I know it's still a bit empty, but I have some plans for this side. But those plans require me to first move the highway, as I said in the beginning of the episode, to create a little extra space. But adjusting the highway takes some time, so for now we keep things a little empty here. Then we follow the truck to the backside, where I create some parking for cars and buses. And, very important, a TV trailer. It's just an empty farm trailer with a mobile office on top. These are actual props this time. It's not a big deal. With all the spamming of POs, I don't think I will hit the prop limit anytime soon. I place some satellite dishes on top to transfer the TV signal, and a utility building for the power. The concrete power line provides the power lines, but I have to lower it, and then it messes up the terrain. So I just place a terraforming network, and all is well. The recently added small extension here provides some modern and spacious dressing rooms. The ones inside the old building were a bit small, and they had some problems with the plumbing. But I won't go into too much detail. Outside, some porta potties for the TV crew, some trash in the corner, and that's it for this area. Over to the training field. To prevent too many unwanted viewers to keep our strategy secret, I put down a fence with some construction meshes around the field. The mesh prop is a bit too high, but not wide enough for my liking, and we fixed that with PO. Recently, the prop got updated by the author. In some of the shots, you can see that they look a bit oogly. That's because a few nodes were added to the prop, which messed up what I did here. I replaced them for the final shot, and they look great again. When the fence is completed, I place down some more bushes, goals and small stadium lights, some shelter on the left and sheds. Then all we need is some larger building for I don't know what, and in the back a lot of useful stuff like pylons and extra fences and porta potties. But sadly no balls, as there are no football props on the workshop. For the final part of this build, we go over to the empty areas next to the parking lots. Here we create a restaurant with a fenced off terrace. On the other side of the parking area I place more of the same buildings. That might be the clubhouse for the supporters. And that's it for today. If you have seen any assets that you would like to use yourself, I have 3 collections that are linked in the description for what I use in this series. One for all the mods, one for all the buildings and one for all other stuff, such as props, roads, vehicles, etc. But beware, do not download all of them at once. You need quite some RAM to use all of the assets. I advise you to just look through the collection and only subscribe to what you like. And remember to always read the description, or you might end up breaking your game. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, do leave them in the comment section. I would like to thank you for watching, and if you like this video, give it a nice thumbs up. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye. It's very... And all is well. And all is well. And all is well. With the right color section... With the right... Remember to set the texture you... Oh, when... My god, come on. I copy them over to the... I copy them after I outline the shield, after I outline the shield with some yellowish bush. My god, there. Come on. After I outline the shield with... After I outline the shield with some yellowish bushes, the concrete power line The concrete power line provides the power lines. This is horrible, come on, bitch ass. If you have seen any assets that you would like to use yourself, I have 3 collections that are linked. No. For the final fart.